Today we're going to talk about the different parts of a circle and how to solve for some of the missing parts. First, let's talk about the circumference. The circumference is the distance that's around the circle. So in this particular model, the circumference would be the blue line that goes around the circle. Next is area. Area is the space that is inside. So even with circles, area can be found inside the circle. Next is a very important part. It's called the center. The center is basically the middle point in the circle. The center is very important because the center is what names the circle. So in this example, our center point is called point C, which means this entire circle will now be called circle C. Next is the radius. The radius is the distance from the center to the edge or the circumference. In this diagram, you can see the radius CB labeled. Next is the diameter. The diameter is from one edge clean across the center of the circle to the other edge. So basically, it's a line that goes all the way through the circle. It must cross through the center point, though, in order to be the diameter. And the last part is pi. Now, pi is not easily seen within the circle, but let's talk about it. Pi is represented with this symbol. The value of pi is rounded to 3.14. Basically, pi is the relationship between the circumference of the circle and the diameter. Now, how to find circumference. Many times they will give you a circle and ask you to calculate the circumference. There's actually two formulas you could follow. If they gave you a circle and the radius, you may use this formula. Circumference equals 2 times pi times radius. You'll simply plug in pi and the value of the radius, multiply the three values in order to figure out the circumference. Or you could double the radius to find the diameter. In that case, you would use the formula circumference equals pi times diameter. Again, substitute the values and multiply to get the exact same circumference. Now, another part that they may ask you to calculate for is the area. And when they ask you to find the area, this formula, pi times radius squared, is the one you would use. You would still substitute the value based off the information from the problem, calculate, and then find the area.